Hello, it's Jennifer McGuire, and I wanted to create a quick video for Simon Says Stamp that shares all the different Hero Arts shadow inks. Now, Hero Arts shadow inks have been around for a long time. They were a very soft color, and now we've come out with mid-tone colors to go along with them. Here's all the colors together. I'll have this chart on my blog so that you can see it. I'll link it at the end. But the soft colors here are the old shadow inks, and the more bold colors are the new mid-tone inks. Now, they all have the same type of properties that do a nice smooth look when you stamp them, which I'll show you in a minute. But I wanted to kind of give you a comparison chart so they're all here together. And again, I'll have this linked on my blog so you can see that up close. So I'm going to use some of the new Hero Art shadow inks. These are the mid-tone inks. They're a little more vibrant than the old soft ones, and they're just gorgeous. Now, what makes these inks very unique is that when you stamp them, they're splotchy at first, kind of uneven, real bold, but as it dries, it smooths out, it feathers just slightly, not messing up the image, but just enough to make it smooth out so that all that splotchiness there will go away, which makes it great for solid background stamps. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm putting the colors of each that I'm stamping on the bottom of the screen. So the first one was Bubblegum, this next one was Butter Bar, and this one is Green Hills. But you can see the names along the bottom. Now, when you stamp these, it'll be a little more vibrant than what it will be when it dries. So you kind of need to plan for that when you do your stamping. However, this is a great advantage because as this ink, which it's a dye ink, slowly absorbs into the paper and dyes the paper, it smooths out and gives you a nice even coverage. So all those large background stamps with lots of solid space that you have a hard time getting really good coverage and getting it nice and even and smooth, you can solve the struggles with those by using the Hero Art shadow inks. Either the old soft ones, which will be a nice soft look, or these more vibrant mid-tones. So I suggest giving them a try for a lot of the solid background stamping. They're also waterproof, so you can use watercolor on them, and they're great for tone-on-tone backgrounds. So stamp them on some Hero Arts note cards of the matching color and get a great tone-on-tone background. So all of these images I just did are all freshly stamped, so they're still a little splotchy, but you need to let them dry. So now I've given this some time to dry, so this is how nice and smooth that pink bubblegum ink turns out. Now let me stamp it again so you can see what it looks like when it's fresh, and you'll see the big difference. It's really bold and kind of splotchy and uneven over on the right, but you can see the image on the left is very smooth and has a very consistent color, and you don't have the splotchiness. So that is the great advantage of shadow inks. I haven't found any other inks that really have that great advantage. So I said these were great for images with solid backgrounds, like this one where there's a lot of solid area or negative space. And I'm using the Cup of Joe mid-tone shadow ink. This is the new dark brown color. It is just lovely. I love it, I love it. And I'll be using it a lot for just basic stamping. But you can see here when we stamp it, at first it'll look kind of splotchy and uneven, which you'll see when I pull this off. You see the little bit of splotchiness in the background. It looks great, but actually after you give it a little bit of time, it'll smooth out and be absolutely perfect. So the one on the left, I've given some time to dry. You could heat set it if you want to, but I just gave it time to dry. And I'm just going to stamp another so you can see what it looks like fresh. And you'll see the big difference, how even the one on the left is. Now you don't have to worry about smudging it as it dries. It won't smudge, but it'll just absorb and smooth out in the paper. So there's a little look at the mid-tone shadow inks. These are the new ones that we have for the 2012 catalog. And again, please visit my blog at Jennifer McGuire Ink, and you can see this chart here where I've combined all the soft old shadow inks with all of the new, more vibrant mid-tone inks. Again, these inks are just great for basic stamping, and if you have a friend who you're trying to get into stamping, a beginner stamper, this is a great ink to start with. If you have any questions, please visit my blog or Simon Says Stamp. Thanks for watching, and I hope this gives you a better idea of Hero Art shadow inks.